Before I react to this video, this is the dark-skinned black folks in Brazil. I'm going to start doing Afro Latins from Brazil, but the brother you really have to follow, that is a great brother. I'm talking about a genuine brother from the heart. His name is Brazilian Yes. And he lives actually in, certain places I can't mention on here, but he goes to Brazil and he actually even speaks the language. Good brother, go follow him. He's on YouTube and he's on TikTok, Brazilian Yes. And he's the person that if you really want to know about Brazil, that's the man, that's the guy you go to. Let's get this.
To be black in Brazil, which is the second largest country by the number of black people, is a challenge.
Brazil imported more slaves from Africa than any other country.
More than 4 million African slaves were brought to Brazil between the 16th and the 19th centuries.
Brazil was one of the last countries in the world to abolish slavery in 1888.
There are several things that make our racism specific. No less brutal, no less cruel, but it's specific to the Brazilian context. One of the first things is that we had this myth that the birth of the nation was composed of several races, and because of the diversity of people here, we would actually live in a racial democracy where everyone has a place in it. And because of this multiracial aspect of our society, we don't necessarily consider the ancestry of people in Brazil by defining their race.
A lot of people don't see themselves as black, as part of a discriminated group, as part of the group that for almost 4 centuries were working as slaves here in Brazil.
Eu me descobri negra em 2015. Eu estava às vésperas.
And you know what I don't understand? I don't understand. You got a lot of Caucasians that love black folks, love our skin color, the culture, the food and everything more than black people. And these are black people in Brazil. Like I said, go follow Brazilian Yes. He will give you a rundown. He's the best man to do this. He goes to Brazil. He's like a Brazilian doctor. He knows everything about it. He speaks the language. But our people as black folks from other countries to America, we denounce our culture and everything, but white folks love us. But they're the devil? That's what you're trying to tell me?
7 anos, 26 para 27 anos. A nossa história, né? Os livros não contam. Eu comecei a buscar por autoras tanto contemporâneas quanto autoras já mais antigas, né? Lélia Gonzalez, né?
Isso é uma prova patente, né? Desse racismo não assumido existente na sociedade brasileira, né? Do racismo que eu chamo de racismo por denegação, né?
It was harder to have a black identity with all the whiteness around you and you had no positive reference of blackness. It's not that those references didn't exist. They did, but they were erased. How could you want to be someone who's going to be erased?
The black movement in Brazil started when black people ran away from slavery. Quilombos were the first black organizations in Brazil.
Over the years, thousands of slaves who escaped their masters established so-called Quilombo communities. The biggest and best known of them was the Quilombo dos Palmares, led by Zumbi dos Palmares.
There was a very specific dynamic during slavery, which was the establishment of a free black population with personalities like André Rebouças, who fought to have their voices heard even before abolition. To silence this black narrative was a very clear and powerful project.
There were no racially oriented policies in Brazil, such as in South Africa's apartheid or laws in the United States, but even though we didn't have such policies.
I'm going to end the video right there because it's very long. But like I said, I'm on my quest for this Afro Latins, and I'm hitting up Brazil right now. But the best person to really break it down, the genuine brother Brazilian Yes. Please go join his channel on YouTube and on here. Until the next video, this is Big Hawk. I'm out.